Can you all see the clock I've put on?
Oh, I just got
Don't
rid
think
of
I closed it.
it.
I just closed it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I did.
Cool. That's important for this adventure.
How do we get it back?
It should
Yeah.
be on the next. It should be on the next scene as I open it, because there's a lot going on in this adventure, and the timing of things is very important with it. So you'll see the clock advancing, and then certain things will trigger at certain times.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, Miles, as I was just saying, you've travelled from Amkensi up here, there you go, and you got down to here. It's an early spring morning, early spring, sorry, in the calendar, so it's been relatively cold on a night, but you've been lucky in the fact that rain's held off, and that you've therefore been able to sleep roughing it out in the stars each night. However, the last day, so this being the 7th day of travel, it's been raining all day. So you've been trudging through the rain and the mud, and then like a shining beacon in the distance, you see the 3 feathers, and it's come just at the right time because you can't really face roughing it, having been all rain sodden. So I shall describe the 3 feathers to you, but I will do so as I open up the next scene, so you get to see a picture of it as well.
So yeah, more importantly, Miles, before he does do the description, I will do the Davina McCall bit. This session is being recorded. Please do not say fuck or bugger.
Hopefully that's more than 60 seconds in, because if you do say fuck or bugger within the first 60 seconds, you're immediately demonetised on YouTube. Not that I'm going to get monetised for at least 12 months anyway, but, you know, that's all it is.
Hey, well,
So,
to be fair, he did warn you. If you want to get a ban, share it away.
Excuse me, sir. This is a Christian recording. No swearing allowed.
It's if it gets through, it's his fault for not editing it out.
Yep.
I'm going to report you to the YouTube police. I get good points for them if I do.
if you'd all
Is that
kindly
owned by Fuckerberg?
if you'd all kindly zoom out, please, you should see a picture of the front of the 3 feathers there. Look, there's a medium-sized riverside inn, typical of countless similar hostelries to be found among the banks of the Empire's rivers and canals. They are normally spaced about a day's journey apart, providing moorings and accommodation for those travellers who do not care to continue their journey by night. So this inn stands on the riverbank, at least a day's journey from the nearest town or village. A 10-foot wall extends around the main building, all the way to the water, and outside the wall is nothing but forest and a wagon track leading to a nearby road. So the nearest village is more than half a day away on horseback, or a day on foot, and considering none of you are on horseback, it's a day. And the nearest town is further still. Inside the wall, so if you come down here to the middle bit, see the map here. So this is the 3 feathers inn itself, but you've also got a stables here with an attached smithy here. And round the back there is an outhouse over here, and the small landing stage has been built onto the riverbank over here. Now the main building of the 3 feathers itself has got 2 stories, brick and timber walls 2.5 feet thick and whitened with a lime wash, and the main entrance is here, where we shall begin. So as you all enter, it's just before 9 p.m. and it's been a long day's travel for you. The sun is just beginning to go down as you come upon the inn. As you draw closer, you notice that the place is unusually busy. There's a large coach pulled up outside, and lackeys are busying themselves with various trunks and chests as liveried men-at-arms look on. Inside, servants are hurrying to and fro, and the innkeeper is engrossed in conversation with a scribe who carries a visibly bulging purse. It is a full 10 minutes before you can attract his attention. Welcome, he says at last. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. We have a distinguished guest tonight. The Gravin Maria Ulrich von Leibwitz of Ambostein, no less. I hardly know whether I'm coming or going. Now then, do you want a room? What am I saying? Of course you do. Excuse me again, I'll only be a moment. You wait for another few minutes as he directs a train of servants to the Gravin's rooms. So sorry, he says, he returns to you. It really is mad this evening. So, the following costs, by the way, you know, are completely average for the area of the empire that you're in. You are looking for a single room costing 10 shillings per night. A double room costs 15 shillings. It is possible to cram an extra person into a single or a double room, but they will have to sleep on the floor and pay a surcharge equal to half the cost of the room. If you don't want to or are unable to afford those, then you can sleep in the dormitory, which costs 1 shilling.
Is that
Does
brass?
anybody? No, silver.
Ouch.
So 1 silver in the dorm, 10 shilling if you 10 silver if you want your own room, or 15 silver if you want a double room. Obviously, that'll be 15 silver shared.
This really
Well,
sleeping out in the rough.
By my estimation, I think the only person that could potentially afford their own room would be Farion. But it's up to Farion whether or not he wishes to rough it in the dormitory with everybody else. Or whether he wants to get his own room, or maybe treat he and his sister to a double room, perhaps. It's entirely your choice. Wall, what's the decision?
I have 2 shillings.
It looks like she's given me her 2 silver shillings, and we are having a double room. So
Okay.
that's going to be 13 off of mine.
Yep. 13 off you then, Wall. 2 off you then, Yever, and 1 shilling if everybody else to get a place in the dormitory.
Yep.
Hang about. No, not NPCs. Where is...
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
expensive.
That was really expensive. Is that including food as well? Or is that just for the room?
So just to confirm, that will indeed include food.
Thank God for that.
Hello, you say it's 1 shilling, 2 shillings for a room, yeah?
No,
No.
10 shillings
No,
for a
that's
single room.
how much money I had.
Yeah,
And
10
there we
shillings
go.
for 10 shillings for a single room, 15 for a double, or 1 shilling for the place in the dormitory. That does include an evening meal.
Yep, so Haldir's got a shilling to spare for the dormitory.
To which point then, one of the bar staff comes over and shows you that the entrance to the dormitory is here. So you're welcome to go and put anything in the dormitory if you wish, and grab a bed. And then she disappears and then comes back a few moments later with a key and hands it to yourself then, Farion, and states that the key for yourself as a double room is going to be room number 8.
Okay.
So you're welcome to go up there and drop your bags off if you want.
Yeah.
Now, when you enter here, you can see that this lady here is rather extravagantly dressed. If I show you this, that should show you the artwork to everyone.
I just thought, yes, she's rich because it says rich underneath her, and then Rich moved his mouth.
Brilliant.
Now, you can see that this particular lady here is having a conversation with a female halfling sat at the side of her, and there's lots of people milling around. Nearly everyone has got their eyes on her. It's quite obvious straight away that this is the Gravin, who is the esteemed guest.
The lady with a lot of names. Yeah.
Yes, one of the few.
Well, no, one
token...
very long name.
Yeah, one of the few tokens that's in colour.
Yeah.
Now, anybody who wants to mingle with the locals can do. If you happen to have Law the Empire test, then I can potentially let you know a little bit about the Gravin. So anyone that's got Law the Empire, it'll be an average test, which is plus 20.
We don't care about the lower class nobles.
In which case, the only ones who I think would potentially know then would be Oscar and Alaric. I'll allow you to make a challenging intelligence test instead.
Okay. This is where Heinrich actually had the skills for this.
Good point. Let me see. Law Reichland. Yep, I'll do. I'll make the roll for him. And in doing so, I can let you know whether or not he knows anything about it.
Yes.
Heinrich knows who she is, but that's about as much as he knows. Oscar, with a fantastic success there. So, you happen to know... by the way, do we have any courtier character classes?
Courtier?
Yeah.
Don't think so. Question mark?
What class are you, Wal?
Fencer, duelist.
Yeah, what class is that?
God. Let's have a look.
Courtier, yes, you are.
Yeah, courtier.
So you can make a test just using your unmodified intelligence.
How difficult do you say the test was for me, Wayne?
Challenging.
Just challenging.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Alaric said.
Farian's got +4. Yeah. So Farian and Oscar, you happen to know that you've heard of the Countess Emmanuel's legendary parties. Emmanuel being the sister of Maria. So this lady here, her sister, is the Countess. Yeah. And her the Countess Emmanuel has often held legendary parties, which are at the wildest during Black Powder Week, which is a week-long winter festival held in Nuln.
Makes a lot of sense.
Farian, because you've got 4 success levels, which is an impressive success, so you happen to know that you've already heard some gossip about the incident. Baron Otto von Damenblatz, a minor noble from Duchy of Dunkelberg, was found dead, face down in a punch bowl. His son, Baron Eberhard von Damenblatz, has accused the Gravin of causing his father's death through poisoning or witchcraft. Everyone in the Gravin's party believes that the Baron drunk himself unconscious, slumped comatose into the punch bowl, and drowned. So if you wish to take that knowledge and impart it across your party, feel free. Maybe it's something you want to quietly mention to your sister as you go upstairs, perhaps.
Yeah.
If you want to impart that knowledge across everybody else, you can do. It's entirely up to you. In the meantime, this lady here, say Maria, she is currently having a conversation here with a grinning halfling at the side of her, who is fingering a pack of cards.
Oof.
And the
Dangerous.
Gravin is just shaking the halfling's hand, and is now heading up to her room up the stairs. And some of her guards accompany her as well. So she's currently disappeared from view for now. She's gone upstairs. Meanwhile, as you're there at the moment, Farian, you can see this gentleman here is massive. Can you see that picture? If I do that.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Now, this guy is sat there topless. And he is drinking, shouting encouragement around him. By all the other guards are all shouting encouragement at him as he is challenging people to arm wrestling contests. And there's one of the guards opposite him who's just lost. And Bruno is his name, quite evident, because he stands up and raises both arms to the sky and starts flexing his biceps, saying, "Bruno wins again, come on!" And everyone's applauding him and buying him a drink, and he sits down and continues having another drink, and then starts looking around to see if anybody else wants an arm wrestle.
Haldir is watching the spectacle from behind his tankard. No one needs his mask down to see he is very visually unimpressed with what's going on. Yeah, I mean, he lightly nudges the dwarf and goes, "Seems like a job for you. Why are you going to make yourself some coin?"
Why not? Seems like a laugh. Yep, Auric's going to go in there and challenge him.
As Alaric walks off, he lightly nudges Farian. Always wanted to watch one of these lumberfoots who think they're 10 men get thrown on their ass by one dwarf.
Bruno sees you come over, and there's a little bit of a hush among some of the guards, and nudge, nudge, nudge. And Bruno says, "Welcome, Master Dwarf. What can I do for you this fine evening? Are you here to challenge me?" And Rich has dropped.
Oh yeah, he
Where
has.
he's gone. It's dropped from Foundry. Is he dropped from Discord as well?
No, I didn't hear the
No,
dings.
still on there.
Yeah, I did.
He's taking a quick trip to the realm of chaos to borrow some strength.
We'll come back to Alaric then. Yes, Wall and Yeva. Then are you both disappearing upstairs?
Yeah, I'll just say to
Sorry about
No worries.
that. My
Welcome back.
Yeah, my computer just died on me. It's back again there. We're on. Give me a moment. Oh, that's very strange.
I'll say to Haldir anyway before we go. I don't know if you heard the about the Countess's legendary parties. Well, that woman that disappeared up there is the sister of the Countess. And at the last party, one of the other nobles died, drowned in a punch bowl, apparently. There's been some accusation.
We've lost you all.
Haldir just cocks a brow a little bit. Right. I do love a good murder mystery, but what does this have to do with us?
Well, she's here. We're here. Kind of exposed area. There may be some retribution planned from the noble. See, his son was very upset about it, as you can probably imagine. So, it seems like it might be a possible area.
He seems to mull this over a little bit.
I'm thinking
Clearly not.
You're then interrupted, Miles, by the halfling at the end of the table. who's absolutely grinning at you and wants to know whether or not you want to play a game of Scarlet Empress. And she's shuffling a deck of cards. You interest you in a game?
I'm gonna
Um,
my things. I'll be back shortly, Aldi.
Yep.
Okay.
You
Aldi
probably women.
gives Farian another look as he seemingly contemplates the very sound logic of there being a potential staged hit. After a while, he drinks from underneath his face mask, sets it down. Why not, small one? Come on, show us your cards.
Whee!
Now then, for those of you who are not familiar with Scarlet Empress, your character probably would be aware, even you elves, because it is the most commonly played card game around in the Empire. Specifically, in 1923, I see Count Primus von Bildhofen claimed Scarlet Empress, the card game named after his grandmother, Empress Morella III, was more popular than Sigmar, although it arguably cost him his life, as he was burned for heresy just 4 months later. Some believe he may have had a point, as Scarlet Empress is now widely claimed to be the most popular card game in the Old World, so not just within the Empire. Typically played with 2 to 6 players, the game involves securing the best hand possible from 2 rounds of trading cards and drawing new ones while trying to avoid the Scarlet Empress card. So she says to you, have you played before?
I'm familiar with its rules from travelling packs, but I've never actually played myself.
Okay, well, we'll keep it nice and simple to start with then. Shall we call it, shall we say 1 shilling?
He rifles through his purse and realizes it's his last shilling. He rolls it. He dances it on his fingers for a moment before he folds it in. Introductory game. 10 brass pennies.
Okay, well, how about this then? 10 brass pennies, but if you win, we immediately play a second hand for 1 shilling.
Haldir nods. His eyes squint. Hey, agreeable. If I find you cheating, I'll open your belly all over this table.
It's quite a nervous laugh, but
You think I'm joking, little one? How sweet of you.
let's put our blades away and just get our purses on the table and let's see what happens.
He counts out 10 brass pennies, puts them in a obsessively aligned stack, and then using the tip of his finger, gently pushes it towards the halfling.
So you need to make an average, it's plus 20, gambling test. If it's a draw, then you can either add another stake or you drop out of the game. You keep playing until there's a clear winner who takes the entire pot. So we keep going until you can't afford to continue. And bear in mind, you've agreed for it to be 10 pennies and then 1 silver. And we go until one of us fails the gambling test and the other one wins.
Okay.
Correction. It goes up to 1 silver if he won the first hand. I mean, it's
You're
only,
not there. You've disappeared.
It's only 2 brass pennies anyway that you've saved, because it's 12 brass pennies to a silver shilling.
Instead of blowing the game and blowing the conversation out of the water, she's trying to catch him out, but you're not there, so you've not noticed that. In fact, let me fuck you guys off upstairs. There you go. Right. So yes, Haldir, I want a average gambling test. If you were to use the target function and then target seedling here, let's see if that works like it does in combat.
Bam. Okay.
Boys and girls, welcome to our very own end of service.
Gambling, and then an average.
There we go. And it does work. I can now go on there. Gamble test.
I know this year has been a challenge.
So then I go on to
Uniting John Foster always going to be a challenge.
main. And then gambling. Gamble. And said it was average. I win by 4 success levels. So yes, it's a straight off, boom, you've lost. So in the very first hand, you've drawn the Scarlet Empress card, which means you've lost straight away. So you lose 10 brass pennies, please, Miles.
I've already counted them off.
Fantastic. She grins and said, "Oh, good job you didn't bet a silver. Would you like to play again? Perhaps some of your friends would like to join me."
He scowls a little bit and then just shakes his head. Beginner's misfortune. I'll try one more round.
So you're coughing up the silver then?
Yeah, he's gonna put the 1 silver on the table.
Same again, don't forget to mark it as average.
I have been doing that, don't worry. Gamble.
Ooh. 5 success levels. Straight away, she's shuffled the deck, she's passed it to you to cut. You cut in the deck, and you've immediately drawn the Scarlet Empress. She opens her hands as well to reveal that she's got cards that are not the same. She even then opens the entire deck up. You can see that you have indeed only got the 1 Scarlet Empress card. She's not cheated whatsoever, you've just been incredibly unfortunate.
It's smart.
Cross yourself a silver shilling off.
It's smart she did that because the moment the scarlet was in his hand immediately came to the hilt of his blade. So she was very quick to do that. After which, his hand uneasily removes from his blade. He swears quite graphically at Eltharin and flicks the card back in her favour. Go on, fuck off.
I think you'll find this is my table, Master Elf. I am awaiting another acquaintance to join me later. We've agreed to play at this table. You're welcome to join us for a drink if you don't want to play. That's not a problem. Same with your friends if they want to join us. They're more than
He
welcome.
just silently scowls at the halfling and gives him the 1,000-yard death stare.
And she replies with a wry little crack of a little wry smile on her face. We'll move to Alaric then, who's gone to potentially challenge Bruno for an arm wrestling contest.
Yeah, why not?
So Bruno, sir, and how is it I might help you, Master Dwarf? Are you here to challenge me?
Hey, why not? You seem like an honest man. Let's see if those what's the best to place with him.
I must, and you do notice that this guy is, I say, he's packing. He is massive. I must warn you, Master Dwarf, that I don't mince. I'm quite serious with this, so I'm only accepting challenges for stakes of 2 shillings or higher.
It says 12 pennies to a shilling. Yeah. I've got just enough, yeah.
Yeah?
I've got 22 brass pennies, so that puts down to 10 brass pennies, doesn't it? Yep. Yep. 2 shillings it is.
So just to confirm, you had 22.
22 brass pennies and a shilling.
Ah, got you. Yeah. 22 and yeah, fine. Yep. Okay. Arm wrestling then.
Yes.
So, This again would be a case of you targeting Bruno and Bruno targeting yourself.
Yeah.
And we do it as follows. You make an extended opposed challenging strength test, adding your
Okay.
strength bonus to your success level each round before determining the winner. The winner of each round gains +1 advantage to be used in the bout using the normal rules. The first character to reach 10 plus success levels is the winner. For every toughness bonus rounds that pass without a winner, you gain +1 fatigue condition, which you may remove after 5 minutes rest. So
Okay.
what is your toughness bonus? The first digit of your toughness. What is it?
4.
So Bruno's toughness bonus is also 4. So after 4 rounds, you'll each gain a fatigue condition. What is your strength bonus? The first digit of your strength.
Also 4.
Okay. Bruno's is 6.
Okay.
So you'll be adding that to your success level each round.
Right, I'll quickly go through my talents and try and find out if I've got anything in there. So I've got Hardy, which just gives me extra wounds. Resolute, which is attacks. That's strength bonus when I charge. That's no good. Relentless. No. Sturdy. No, that's just in strength test when lifting. That doesn't help, does it?
Nope.
Okay, fine.
So make your strength roll, please.
Oh, it's untargeted him again, isn't it? Just challenging.
Correct.
Yep.
Ooh, 2 success levels plus your strength bonus of 4 is 6. Remember, it's the first to 10.
Yep.
And he's got -1.
Yep.
Plus 6 is 5. So you're on 6 success levels against his 5. So you've locked up, and he's really overconfident and a little bit cocky. And straight away, you're flexing, and you almost shove his hand straight down to the table, and he realises, oh shit, hang on, better do something about this. And you can feel him instantly like flexing and brings it up, and it's on. You are almost back vertically. You are winning slightly so far.
Cool.
So you need another 4 success levels to win. And if we both go over 10, it's whoever's got the most.
Yeah.
That wins. So go for it then. Round 2.
Got advantage.
And I got advantage.
Yep, so you had 1 on your advantage. One success level plus your 4 is 5. So you're going to get to 11. So it is enough to win if Bruno doesn't beat you. Remember, he's currently on 5.
5. Yeah.
He doesn't get advantage.
Oh.
And he's rolled 75. So he's got -1 plus his 6, so he's on 5. So he's on a total of 10 to your 11. So you're locked up. You've almost got him down, and he instantly regrets it, and he pushes it up. And all of a sudden, he's flexing and flexing and flexing and flexing and flexing. You can see a bead of sweat dripping down his temple. The same happens to yourself, and it's obvious that the pair of you have met your match. And ever so slowly, with everyone around whooping and cheering and smashing drinks together and stuff like that, eventually, boom! His massive hand, like a hammer, hits the table, and all the drinks bounce off the table. And there's a massive cheer. Woo! And before you know it, the other bodyguards around here are all patting you on the back. And Bruno says, "Wow, that's the first time I've arm wrestled a dwarf, and I must say that I've been here all night undefeated. This is an amazing accomplishment. Well done. Can I buy you a drink?
Of course you can, lad. Now I need to buy you one as well, too. So we're going to spend the night getting drunk.
Fantastic. Meanwhile, then, we shall just bring Farian and Ore upstairs.
Oh, how much did I get? 4 shillings then.
No, you get 2 because it cost you 2, and then the stake was 2, so you net 2 shillings.
If you knocked your 2 shillings off, yes, you get 4 back.
Yeah, if you want to do it that way.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so Wall and Yevit, you've rounded the top of the stairs, and you're looking for room number 8, which is this room here. You can see there's a sign here saying that it's rooms 1 to 10 are this way. And as you can see here, at the end, there's 2 guards. These guards are armed. Specifically, they've got swords.
Okay.
You can see they're just milling around at the moment. But
Yeah.
then, as you round the corner, walking towards them, you can see one of them nudges the other one, and they're now looking at you as you're approaching.
Yeah. Is she coming with me?
Yeva, are you coming as well?
Yeah.
So the nearest guard to you holds his hand up and says, "Excuse me, this is official Gravin quarters. What business do you have?
I'm staying here.
Can I see your room key, please?"
Nope.
In which case, and then before you get a chance to go around the corner, he does point his sword, and his sword touches the corner of the wall here. And then the other bodyguard says, "We'll ask you again. Can I see your room key, please?"
Can I see yours?
And he then points to his heraldry on his uniform.
Oh, well done. Is that heraldry going to unlock that door? Because it doesn't look like a key to me. It looks like a heraldry.
Is this you being obtuse for a particular reason? It's not me saying it, by the way. It's it's not the character saying it. I'm asking you as a player.
Me? No.
Yes.
That's because I'm a high elf and I'm going to my
And
room.
he's tired.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we both are tired. We both are a bit messy.
Okay. You can make me an intimidate roll, then, please.
Oh. Unintentional intimidation. Okay.
Okay. Which room are you going to?
8. You will be able to see when we get to room 8 and we unlock the door.
So as you walk around the corner, one of them stays here, the one who's been doing the talking. The guy with the sword in front of you walks with you.
Ooh, an armed guard. I feel so privileged. Which room
This
is
is
it?
room 8 here.
Oh, right, okay.
I all this time have been staying very, very quiet, and as we get to the room, just look at him. What? You're gonna come in and just check that we that we go in there?
Says nothing.
Want to
I'll
move
roll
out of the
my
way, then?
eyes and
When you go in, you do see this one here that's walked with you, rolls his eyes at the other bodyguard.
And I'll lock the door.
hearted it.
If you right, in fact, right, there you go.
Oh.
There you go, it's locked.
Yeah. That's
I'll lock
all
you
right.
in.
Yes.
Let me know if you want to come out.
No, we will do in a bit. We're just
Eventually.
dropping most of his stuff here. There's travelling
Traffic
stuff.
stuff, tidying ourselves up a bit, because obviously you pointed out we've had a bit of a
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll
Travel to
tell her
travel.
about the poisoning bitch or the poisoning.
Yep, about the Gravian and her sister.
Yes.
Yep. Fantastic.
Did you
Okay.
hear? Well, yeah.
Right. 3 travelling scholars come in out of the rain and hang their heavy coats by the fire to dry. They book a double room for the 3 of them and order 3 hot meals. And they're sitting over here, attempting to keep themselves to themselves, but obviously Heinrich and Oscar are currently there. So you see them sat there, and they're not really talking to each other. They are trying as best as they can to be a little bit private and tiny bit on the sheepish side. It's quite obvious that they're a bit socially awkward. As I said, they are scholars, and when you look at how they are dressed, they are, let's say, they're quite inconspicuous, really, to be honest. You've got this lady here. You've also got this lady here. And you got this gentleman here. The drinks are now flowing between yourself and Bruno, Alaric.
Excellent.
Rivian, because Julian is not able to attend this evening, has gone straight into the dormitory and brought with him a tankard of ale and says that he's going to have an early night. Sir not appearing in this film. And I shall even cross a silver shilling off his sheet. There we go.
Who's that who's turning in for the night?
Yeah, that's Julian Rivian.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haldir would pat Rivian on the shoulder as he's passing and mutter something in Altharin. I'll quickly DM you what he's going to say, Wayne, just so you can have him react accordingly.
On what platform?
Discord.
Okay. Pretty sure there's a way to whisper on
/W.
Foundry. Oh, fair enough.
/WGM. Oh, is that it?
Meanwhile,
There you go.
thank you.
Well, very eventful. And for me to say it's a very good holiday.
Yep, okay. He just silently nods and then offers you his hand to shake.
Yeah, he clasps his hand against Rivian's and nods and goes, "Go on, get out."
And so he stops off at the bar and then gets a tankard of ale and takes it to his room, or rather to the dormitory. Okay, a few minutes later, another figure arrives from the rain outside, and this will require you guys to tell me whether in your character's experience you've ever encountered a gnome before or not. Do you think either of you would have?
Alaric must have.
Yeah, Alaric probably has been a watchman, probably has done. How about yourself, Miles? Will Haldir have noticed ever encountered a gnome before?
No, as far as I'm aware, gnomes they weren't anywhere close to Athel Lauren's borders. He wouldn't have. No one else really interacted with him.
Okay. Rob, how about yourself with Oscar in his studies in the Empire? He might have seen some, but do you think he's ever encountered a gnome before or not?
I think he may have seen them, but I doubt he's interacted with any.
Okay. In that case, then, Rich, with as Alaric, you'll know that this individual entered is a gnome. Halder, you'll just automatically assume that it's another halfling. Oscar, at first glance, you probably presume it's a halfling, but if you get chatting to them, you maybe think that it's eventually realise it's a gnome. But yeah, sure enough, you can see that Seedling, the halfling who you lost 2 games of cards to, Haldir, immediately stands up and cheers when this other character enters the room, and she cheerily says, "Ah, Glimbrin, fantastic! You're here at last. I have an ale ready waiting for you." And Glimbrin immediately pulls up a stool and starts playing cards. At this point, one of the liveried servants comes downstairs and orders Bruno to stop arm wrestling in case he injures himself. To which place Bruno says, "Well, I've got to stop now. I've had my winning streak broken."
Now on a drinking streak.
Well, just remember, says the servant, you've got some tough duties to be doing in the morning. At which point Bruno stands up and abruptly, towering over the servant, points his massive index finger into his chest and just prods and says, "Mind your own business." The servant then just retreats back upstairs. Bruno sits back down, clinks tankers with yourself, Alaric, and continues drinking.
Cool.
You 2 high elves have been upstairs for 10 minutes. Are you staying up there, or are you coming down?
Yeah, I think we'll go downstairs.
Okay, I'll lock the door for you then, so you can get out.
Thank you.
Feel free to move yourself. In fact, I will do it for you. I'll bring you both down.
I stood outside. Still, at least we have an armed guard outside our door now.
I'll lock the door on your way out.
Is the guard still being an ass, or?
It's glitched somehow. I don't know what's happened. Tried dragging you and it's not dragged you. There we go. It's because you were moving at the same time. That's why. No, the guards just simply don't say anything to you as you walk past. And I'll take you over as well. There you go. Okay, yep. So you now enter the bar again, and about a minute after, so before you even found a place to plonk, the Gravin then comes down the stairs as well.
Oh, I wonder if we're going to be told to move away from a bloody table as well.
She wanders over and she puts her hand firmly on Bruno's back and says straight away, "Bruno, I understand that you've been not paying orders, paying attention to my orders, so I've come down to tell you directly myself. Get yourself to bed now." And he stands up like a scorned toddler. Okay. He slides his tankard over to you, Alaric. You might as well have the rest of this. And the pair of them go upstairs.
Boo.
Rob?
Yes.
Anything particular you want to do while you drying yourself by the fire?
I am drying off by the fire, waiting for the food that we've paid for and a drink.
That's arrived now.
I'm going to be eating that and staying well away from the noble lady that we saw.
Okay.
Oscar knows who she is and wants absolutely nothing to do with anything that's going on.
Okay.
He was
Talking
aware of all
to any?
this stuff.
Are you talking to anybody, or if you
I'm
just
presuming that the person that's next to me is one of the party, but I don't recognise the character.
That's Heinrich.
Oh, it's Heinrich, right?
Yeah. He's
I'll just be chatting with him about our escapades so far and how he thinks things are going.
Oh, he's got his. Even though he's shoveling food down with one hand, he's also frantically writing away with the other one.
Scribbling away in the other hand.
Yeah, that encounter with the troll. Oh, it's amazing. I'm writing it all down here still. Well, just remind me. Can you remember what colour its skin was? Because I was a bit far away. Was it green? Was it grey? It was the moonlight. I couldn't quite see.
I don't remember. Was it grey?
Well, you got close enough to attack it.
Yeah, but I'm saying I, as a player, don't remember.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. It was grey. Yeah, it was a mountain.
It was a mountain troll. Yeah.
Troll. Right.
Yeah.
It was a mountain.
Oh yes, it was grey, a mountain troll.
Fantastic. Oh, wonderful. And did it smell? Did it have bad breath?
Considering it had just been eating things that were humanoid, yes, I didn't particularly like being close enough to smell its breath. Rather acrid, metallic smelling.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, you see that some of the guards and some of the servants are eating in the bar, while meals for the Gravin and a champion, who's Bruno, it's been quite obvious that's his role, and half a dozen servants are sent upstairs. So there's plenty of servants upstairs attending to the Gravin, and so they've had the meal sent upstairs as well. Looks like the Hyles are in the corner, minding their own business. What about yourself, Haldir? What are you doing?
Haldir is still sat at the table with the halfling.
You've got your meal arrived now, by the way.
Oh yeah, he just started talking into it. He wouldn't exactly be making nice because he's still a bit of a sore loser that he lost quite so badly at the Picard game. But he's making light conversation. He's answering questions when asked, even though his conversational matter is quite close-ended and blunt. He'll still be sociable. But it's more for him to keep an eye on the things going around, especially with the guards of livery start showing up around the place.
Okay. Alaric, can I please have a consume alcohol test from yourself, please?
Of course you can.
And I shall remove the advantage from you. There you go.
Got a modifier 10.
No. What's that, sorry?
So I've got modifier 10 on there. Why?
Because of your advantage.
All right, okay.
So you should be able to remove that now.
I'll just add yes. Okay.
And I can clear advantage on there. There we go. Boom.
Cool.
Oh, you've already done it. Cool. Oh, 98. Yeah, so that is an outstanding failure. You are already pissed as a fart. Okay, if I go on to effects, then I will class this as, I think that is fatigued, is that one? Yes. 2 levels of fatigue.
That dwarf appears to be a bit of a lightweight. That's unusual.
Aure, you are right next to the door. It's been opened and closed a few times. It's opened again now. And in walks a well-dressed man and a woman, and 2 boatmen. And they immediately walk over to the bar, whereupon they having a conversation with the barman, and then just immediately disappear upstairs without supper or even a drink.
Hmm.
The two boatmen that were with them then come onto this table here where Alaric is, and engage in conversation with the bodyguards and servants that are around there. There's a gentleman here, by the way, as well, who is. In fact, I'll show you his artwork. There you go. It's quite evident from his hair that he's some kind of lawyer, and his conversations within the group have turned more to like an academical style conversation, whereas the conversations around yourself, Alaric, are all usual kind of macho alpha male style. I did this once, and how big's my cock type
Yeah.
stories.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Well,
You're just gonna what?
sitting.
I lost you there. What was that? You're just gonna what?
I'm assuming that our food is there as well.
Yeah, it's been put here on table B next to Haldir.
Oh God! Do we have to sit next to the wood elves? Fine. Yeah, I'll just, while eating, just monitor the room for anything that looks out of place and out of obviously, you know, when with what my brother kindly the information my brother shared about who's
Are you
visiting.
doing so quietly observing, or are you going to talk to
Yeah.
people to try to find things out?
Quietly observing. I'm a high elf. I don't think I have that good of a charisma to try with talk with people.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a wizard as well, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, you don't really see anything out of the ordinary except 5 minutes later when three further travellers arrive. And when the door opens this time, you can see they've arrived by cart and literally just drop them off bang outside. And these travellers are dressed in embellished black robes of moor. So for you guys, particularly yourself, Rob, who's not particularly familiar with the old world, priests of Mor, they worship Mor. Mor is the god of death. That's not necessarily what you are thinking. Probably the opposite. People love to be blessed by Mor because when they die, they want Mor to take their souls. Because in doing so, it means that they cannot be brought back from the dead. So if a body is blessed by Mor, then it can't come back by necromancy. So therefore, a guard of Mor, for example, is a name for a cemetery. So
Every time Nagash tries to do his thing, Mor just goes, "No," and it can't be done.
So these three individuals, as you can see here from the artwork, are dressed accordingly. That's one. There's another.
That's just Empire belief,
Here's
though, anyway.
the third. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they ask for a double room for them for the three of them, and their charge, and they are conveying a body for burial. And you're too far away from the bar to hear what's going on, but they've brought with them a coffin, and there's quite a few hushed murmurs in the bar as the three of them push this coffin through, and So you can't hear what's going on at the bar, unless anyone's got the lip reading talent, by the way.
I don't know if I have. Let me check.
Believe so.
Skills. I do not have lip read. Never mind.
Okay. So yeah, the three of them are talking, and the let's have a look. Farian and Ore and Haldir. The three of you can make perception tests, but I'm going to say they are hard perception tests, please, based on sight, but hard perception tests, please.
Perception
If it's
test.
based on
Sight.
sight, we
Yeah.
have acute sense of sight.
Yes,
Yes.
and therefore those will be challenging as opposed to hard.
Cool. Acute senses of sight. Let's do it.
Perception.
Challenging, yeah? So no.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
you
fucking
don't
blind.
see anything
Right
happening
back to it.
really.
Yeah, me
Hal,
too.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because you're looking at your brother Ronaldo, whereas those two are be able to see beyond you. So you don't see anything. All right, Halder, you can see that the demeanour be of the barman compared to the priests. The barman does appear to be kind of cautious. But Farion, sorry, you notice clearly that there's been some coins exchanged here over the bar, like discreetly. The three priests then disappear upstairs with the coffin, and the barman then realizes that his patrons are likely to be a little bit disturbed at this. And in doing so, he comes out from behind the bar and starts wandering around, putting his arm around people and saying, "Oh, not to worry about it." They're bringing a coffin in because they are en route somewhere else, and before the body gets buried in its place of rest, they need to be praying over it. They have told me as well, if you hear any noise in the night, not to worry, because they are required to pray over the body from midnight until dawn. So they've gone up there to get some rest now, because come midnight they're going to be up and praying.
What room are they in?
Pardon?
What room are they in?
That's not been disclosed to you.
No, I'm asking him.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because he's coming around to mention this.
Yeah. The room 9.
Thank
next door to
you.
you, actually. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just to let you know, 9's not actually directly next to it. It's on the opposite side of the corridor. As you go up the steps, it's the first door on the left. That's room 9.
Is that the one next to adjoining the is it Graven?
No. So if you come down wall, and I'll show you. So room 8 is here, where you're checked into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Room 9 is this one here.
Oh, right. So there is this one here.
Yeah. That's room 7.
Room 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's in room 7, if you don't mind me asking?
And he says, I don't know. We're that busy.
And do you usually take additional payments for having coffins in rooms upstairs?
Well, it's just a surcharge. As I said to you when you arrived, it is a case of it's 15 shillings for a double room, but was there being 3 of them, I wanted an additional surcharge, and to be honest, I played it a bit crafty and I got a bit more with them, having the coffee in there as well. And I know it's a dead person, it'd be a bit cheeky of me to well, exactly. Anyway, how was your meal?
Adequate.
Fantastic.
Well, the guards upstairs are being quite obnoxious with your other guests.
Oh, okay. I'll
demanding to see keys, wondering why people are walking around up there, and quite obviously they are there to stay.
Oh, right, of course. You're in room 8, aren't you? Sorry, yeah. That entire left wing, from where the guards are in the corner, all the way up to the end. That's all the all the Gravin and her entourage. Rooms 1 to 6, it's all them. So, my apologies. I'll have a word.
It's
And
okay.
with that, it continues round and talking to everybody about this body that's on there, before eventually making its way back to the bar.
Haldir looks to Farian. You really think a mayfly with money is going to take heed of your complaints, brother?
No, but there's definitely something about a coffin being kept up there. Do you believe this Moorish thing about praying over a coffin on midnight?
I know that these short-lived lumberfoots have very strange, archaic religions, but the whole thing doesn't strike me as particularly sound. I've seen the posture of the barman. He doesn't seem too keen to have these coffin draggers here. What are you thinking? Something necromantic related?
I'm not too sure. Maybe we should ask Oscar. I'll shout over to Oscar. Oscar, have you got a moment?
He turns and looks and sees them gesturing.
Your
Help
funeral,
compatriots.
your funeral rites. Is it common practice to be praying over coffins of people on an evening from midnight until whenever it is?
Presumably, I need to do some sort of knowledge check because I have no idea.
It's perfectly common, yeah.
Yes, it's a common thing with the more religion. Yes.
Is that for everybody? So if a peasant got stabbed in a dark alley on a night, for example, would they?
This is more likely to be someone of note that's being transported, I would think.
Exactly. Otherwise, they're likely to be buried in the place of death. But for whatever reason, they're taking this
being
corpse
taken
elsewhere.
somewhere specific.
Yeah.
Yes. They're not going into the pauper's field. They're being taken to potentially a family. I've forgotten the word. Crypt.
Okay. Just out of interest, how long ago was this incident with the noble that died in the punch bowl?
A week or two. It's very very early spring, and Black Powder Week is very late winter. So 2-3 weeks at most.
So could it be the person's body in that coffin?
We Oscar know of that.
Very very doubtful, because that's in Nuln, which is a city where you're actually going to be headed towards.
Yes, but if
and you're
they're
nowhere near
coming
there at the
from Nuln to
This
be buried in
is
a crypt.
news that Oscar wouldn't know about, isn't it? Timing-wise, he would have been leaving Nuln to come on the quest before that all happened.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So he knows who the noble lady is, but he doesn't know of the backstory.
Correct.
All right.
I'll fill him in. That she was
Rich.
Yes.
Can you please, because this is you just talking and getting pissed at the same time, can you please make me an average, so plus 20 charm test?
I can try.
It's plus 20.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get anything off this.
You say that. It's an impressive roll.
Oh!
Yes, but okay. So you've gathered that the Gravin is going to Kemperbad to deal with some legal matter. That's what you've ascertained from a servant. You don't know what legal matter? That's what the party has revealed to you.
I'll have a stagger over to the elves and say, and I'll relay that information onto them. Say, what legal
Yeah,
kappa bad?
Yeah, would point out as well that Alaric's got a bit of a swagger on as he comes.
Yeah.
Stagger, sorry, not swagger.
He's probably got a swagger on after beating the champion.
Okay, it's 10 to 10, and the side door opens. And in walks this lady. You can tell almost from looking at her that she is definitely from the northeast, quite possibly Kislevite, just simply looking at her appearance. She's got full-on riding gear, so it's obvious that she's arrived here via a horse. She's entered and she's come over to the bar. She's booked a room. She does look quite intimidating. She's about 6 foot tall. She is armed. You can tell straight away as she walks in that she does happen to have a sword on her in a scabbard at the side, and she's got a crossbow as well on her back. So when she arrives, she books for a room, but then pulls up a stool by the bar and stays there. She seems friendly enough, but as I say, she does look quite intimidating. And almost immediately, one of the bodyguards saunters over to her and offers to buy her a drink. You can't hear what's going on, but let's have a look. In fact, all of you, from your point of view, will be able to turn over and see. He puts his arm around her and she shrugs him off, and his response there is to then use his other arm and moves in to stroke her around, to which point she swats his hand away, and then he moves in for a kiss, and she just absolutely floors him with one punch, knocks him straight off his bar stool. Before he gets a chance to get up, he literally just starts to sit up, and she puts a stiletto boot on his chest and rams his head straight back into the floor, and she shouts something. You guys are unaware of the dialect. It's obviously it's.
Has she got a northeastern accent, like?
No, more Russian. So.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Kislev.
Yeah, Yeva, could you please do me an impression of telling him, someone shouting to leave his keep his hands to himself in a Russian accent, please, Yeva. Yeah, you're good at Russian accent.
You can't do the accent.
I'll do the accent.
You have done before.
Vodka, suka, vodka, bliat.
Just give her another gin. She'll pick it out in a second.
I'm a good girl. I don't drink gin anymore in large quantities. No, I can say that in Russian, but I can't do it.
Get your filthy hands back down there.
That'll do. Thank you.
It's Soviet Kislev. We thought you.
I'm rubbish at accents.
Can't even do a Latvian
nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's 10 o'clock, and one of the servants from the Gravin's room has come down and ordered all the party to bed, as they're starting at first light tomorrow. So reluctantly, various servants and guards finish the drinks and drift off into the dormitory. Not all of them have, but some of them have started doing so, including some of the guards.
I think Oscar's
like a
probably
good plan.
probably going to do similar. It is getting late, and we've been marching along for a week now, so some softer bedding would be appreciated.
Yeah. I'll suggest to Ore that we go upstairs.
I'll nod to the lady that floored the garden. The lady.
So, whilst all that's happening and some of the staff are making their way to the dormitory, the gentleman who checked in with the lady earlier, he comes downstairs for a bottle of wine. And on his way back to the stairs, he's approached by one of the Gravin's servants. Inaudible but clearly heated exchange takes place. And then the gentleman then hurries back upstairs looking angry. And then the servant then heads off to the dormitory.
Trouble at mill.
Well, the Gravin's staff seem to think that it can order other people around that's not part of the Gravin's staff. They tried pushing us around upstairs when we went to our room. But I was having none of it. But yes, if
do anything in particular?
I'll just say to them, we're heading up. I believe early-ish night.
Time to
Yeah.
enjoy the joys of actually laying in a bed.
To enjoy the delights of Moorish chanting. So, yeah, if you require us, we are in room 8.
Hopefully by the time they start the chanting, we'll be fast asleep.
Haldir will finish his drink. He'll take stock of everyone currently present in the bar before he heads up to the dormitory.
So are you, High Elf siblings, are you heading towards the stairs?
Yes.
Did you say there's an outhouse? A latrine? We'll go there first and then go upstairs.
So you'll be heading out through the side door here, Wall.
Okay.
Alright, as you're at the bottom of the stairs, you see Bruno coming back down the stairs, and you see he's returned to the bar, grinning broadly, and as he comes down, he looks round with like a theatrical exaggeration, like exaggerated caution, you know, that people do, like, ooh, I'm cheeky, I'm coming down here, making sure that none of the Gravin's party's still there, and as he does so, he orders another drink at the bar.
Sneaky. Yeah, not my business. Not my business. The other guards pissed us off, so just leaving them to it. And off to bed.
He gets pulled back up at this table here, and he orders the barman to keep him coming. And he's sat down here and has a discussion now with these two boatmen that are sat there.
Yeah. Well, I'll sort of linger and wait for my brother. And can I overhear anything interesting that they're discussing?
Well, after a few minutes, an arm wrestling contest starts again.
Alright, so just kissing contest again then.
This lady that arrived via horseback comes over to start watching as well.
Okay. Yeah, off to bed I go.
Okay, I'll bob you in your room. There we go. Meanwhile, Farian, if you're heading out to the outhouse, you want to be there and going out the door, feel free to open the door and head on out.
So.
So the stable's in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then the to the side here is the smithy, and the outhouse is round the other side. So it's round this corner up here to the right. Okay, that'll keep going. Keep going. That's the stage. Keep going.
Oh, is it
Keep going.
here?
Yeah, that's this one here.
Oh, right, yeah. Shitter there.
Yeah. So while you're walking around there, we'll advance time on
Yeah.
a little bit. That's 10 past 10. Alaric and Haldir, because Haldir, you've not gone to bed just yet. Alaric, you can see that this woman who's come in, she introduces herself to Bruno as being named Ursula, and she challenges Bruno to an arm wrestling contest, and puts 10 silver shillings on the table.
Ooh.
Bruno demurs for a moment, but accepts the challenge. A small crowd has now gathered.
Yes, I should do them.
Bruno's arm begins to go down, and he was being gentle with the lady, but he quickly applies his full strength and the contest begins in earnest. Neither contestant moves. Sheena's sweat breaks out on Bruno's forehead, but is an even match. Then Ursula's arm wavers, and Bruno, no longer the gentleman, forces her arm slowly but surely down to the table. Bruno looks at Ursula with a new respect, and the two of them spend some time talking and drinking together. And at which point he's then said, look, enough's enough. I've already been told by my boss I need to keep myself fresh, so that's enough arm wrestling for tonight. A few minutes later, another tray of fresh drinks is taken to the table. Then we shall head over to Farian. So you get there to the outhouse. Just to let you know how the outhouse appears. It's a wattle and door building, a wood shingle roof. And when you get to the door, you can see a sign that says "Knock first, no dividers." There's no K on the word spelling of knock, it's been misspelt. Knock first, no dividers. Sure enough, when you open the door, you see it's entirely correct. It does indeed seat 8, 4 on either side, just no privacy. There is a small lamp hung beside the door, so you can find your way at night time. There's a tall candle burning inside, giving just enough light for you to use the fragrant facilities. And an elf of your disposition is turn your stomach to even contemplate using this.
Yeah.
Whilst you are out there, obviously you don't see any of this. This. Let's have a look. Yes, this gentleman here. So one of the initiates of Moor has now come downstairs and is speaking to the landlord. So Haldir, you're still up, and Alaric, you're still up, so you can see the conversation taking place. No idea what's happening, but then when he then returns down here to then go back upstairs, you see the barkeep make an immediate walk over to the door to open it and stand out on the doorstep, and the priest then disappears upstairs again. So yeah, he's right next to you then, Haldir, as the barkeep. So he's had a conversation with this priest, walked straight past you, opened the door, and stood on the doorstep. Seems to be looking for someone or something. And the second that the priest has disappeared upstairs, Ursula then gets up and meets the landlord on the doorstep and starts talking to him. Miles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yep. So you have a look, and you can't you can't hear what's happening, but you can see that a few coins are exchanging hands between the pair of them on the doorstep.
Between Ursula and the bartender.
Yes. And then after that, Ursula then goes back to the table.
Haldir would wait for the bartender to pass. As he does, he would just say in a very light tone, "Seems you're making quite a bit of coin tonight, friend."
At which point he just smiles and nods, closes the door, and then goes to the side door and has a look out here. Have you gone for a number one or a number two there? Well,
Number one.
a number one. Okay.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to, if it really is that bad, I'd probably go piss in the river.
So by the time we get to 10:25, then you've come back round. The barkeep's then gone back behind the bar. You come in, presumably close the door behind you.
Yeah.
Haldir, you see Haldir very just discreetly motion you over, like he's currently balancing his chin on his hand, and you just see his forefinger lift and like curl very slightly to beckon you over.
I'll walk over.
At which point, another one of the Gravin servants come down and orders Bruno to bed. Look, Bruno, the Gravin's just been in your room and seen it's empty. He found you missing. So come on, you need to get back upstairs now. Again, bottom lip comes out. He stands, okay, he starts dragging his feet and off he goes again.
Where have I gone?
You're there, and Haldir's down here. Rob, Oscar there is tucked up in bed. He's not had any rest so far. You've seen quite a few of the Gravin staff in the dormitory. Some of us will conversing. Some of them are reading. There's a few lights on, and they are milling around and talking. And you've gathered already that the Gravin runs a tight ship. They are expecting to be up quite early in the morning to continue the journey to Kemperbad. Miles, did you want to say something there to Farian?
Yeah. He just very bluntly goes, "This place is not what it seems. That's twice now the bartender has taken coin from new arrivals. Tell your sister to keep her blade ready."
I will do, but don't people usually pay bartenders and things for information?
Well, exactly, it's the kind of information that gets people killed, in my experience of being around these seedy men taverns.
And there is a Gravin upstairs. That is a wanted woman.
Or a wanton.
This gentleman, the lawyer type, he has now appeared back downstairs, dressed in a nightshirt and a silk dressing gown, and he's heading towards the bar. What you find is slightly odd is the second that he reaches the bottom of the stairs, one of these three guys in the corner, as though it's like an immediate response, just leaves the table and heads upstairs. The gentleman, the lawyer type, he ordered a brandy and takes it up to his room.
I'll go ask the barkeep if those have got a room upstairs.
Okay. As you're doing that, the other two then walk up the stairs, disappear. So what are you asking the barkeep?
those that have just walking up there now?
Yeah.
Which rooms are those? Are those in, please?
Make me a charm roll, please.
Oh, I'm full of charm. That's one of my biggest skills.
So they're upstairs in a double room. Yeah, they are staying here, but I forget which room.
Are they near us?
Possibly it's a double room, so all the double rooms are on the left wing, so it's possible.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna go tell Ore. I'll go to Haldir too. I'm going upstairs now. I'll
So
let Ore know what he said.
as you are heading over there, we'll mark it to 10:45. Yever, I want you please to make me a perception test based on hearing. So just basic challenging perception test. No ideas. Okay.
I'm snoring away. It's really nice to be in this nice and comfy bed and not sleep rough.
So you can hear some muffled voices coming from this wall here, the other side of your wall. You don't know what's happening. You just hear conversation. And then abruptly, everything goes quiet.
Yeah, I just go back to sleep. I'm assuming at this point I am asleep.
No, you've not quite. You're in bed. In fact, you're in bed.
Drifting off. You know,
Yeah.
that bit when like little noises wake you up a bit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Farion, did you say you were heading upstairs then?
Yeah, I saw tell Haldir I'm gonna go up to the room, make sure she's alright. I'm gonna stay awake until early hours of morning, and then I'll wake her up and she can stay awake.
Okay.
We're in room 8.
Yeah.
And then I'll go up.
Haldir nods and then just tells them in Eltharian, so no humans can overhear. Be careful, essentially.
Oh, you too. Don't use the shitter, it's awful.
The bodyguard who had a conversation with you originally comes over towards you and offers his hand in a disarming manner. I think you and I got off on the wrong foot earlier, so I'd just like to apologise.
I'll offer him my hand as well.
So, had I have known that you were from the land of Ulfman, my respect would have been at least triple. So my apologies.
Apology accepted. Do you know much about the Moorish?
Yeah, there's some priests there in room 9.
Exactly.
And points to this room here.
Exactly. If they start getting a bit loud with the chanting, can you tell them to pipe down, please?
Yeah, I'll certainly have a word. From what I understand, it's from midnight through to noon.
Yeah. Makes me wonder what they're going to do. You know, are they just chant all the way through till noon and then set off?
I don't know. To answer your question, Rich, yes, feel free.
Thank you.
Okay. As you round the corner to get to your room, this door opens, and
Which one, sorry?
This guy pops his head round the corner, and he looks to the right, sees the guard, looks to the left and sees you, and says, "Oh, I thought I heard something outside." Everything okay? And he looks at the guard. Yeah, just took it up for the night. Good night, Gustav. Good night. Off he goes. Closes the door, locks it behind him.
Okay.
The guard then continues. This guard walks down this way. This guard walks back over here. Continues walking around here, I mean.
As this woman approaches, I'll just say to him, are you patrolling up and down the whole night?
Yes.
Very well.
Wait, we're on the night shift. Someone's got to be.
Yeah, myself and my sister, obviously, as you are aware, are in this room tonight. There's been some suspicious behaviour in the BAM area. Should anything arise, feel free to summon us, make us aware, and we may be able to assist.
Duly noted. Thank you.
And good night.
Good night. And as you do so, you hear him open the door, bang opposite, and go inside. While you're there then, Walt, make me a perception test based on hearing, please. This is hard, though.
Hard. Ooh. Nah. I'm off to bed.
That's fine. Okay. So,
I'm just gonna come and sit in this chair here anyway. Oh, I wonder, how does that work at this?
okay. Alder, you're still in the bar, so I want you to make me a consume alcohol test, please, Miles.
Yep.
Heinrich's going to go to bed.
Just a regular challenging roll.
Yep. That's fine. Nowhere near as pissed as the dwarf. Okay, we shall.
Found that one all.
Yep, get yourself another level of consume alcohol, please.
Yay!
Okay. 11 o'clock. You see this same gentleman who came downstairs beforehand. So this guy again. This is the third time of him. You've seen him twice. He's gone upstairs quickly with his female companion, and this is the second time of coming downstairs now. This time though, he's looking quite worried. And as he does so, he comes over to you, Halder, and says, "Can I trouble you for your assistance, please, sir? Really polite, but really sheepish as he does so.
Haldir turns those pitch black holes on him.
The way like someone who is speaking to someone who realizes that that person could absolutely make mincemeat out of them just by looking at them. It's that kind of approach. He's obviously like scared, and it's like, can I make a request of you, please, sir?
Haldir gets the measure of this man in a second, and but doesn't regard him with much more of a simple glance. He swigs from his tankard. What do you want, Mayfly?
Just a really small thing, but I can pay you for it. I just want you to pass a message on, please. I literally, I just need you to pass a message on, and he points to the dormitory.
And who would I be passing this message to?
Hans Oppressor. Just tell him that Schmidt wants to see him. And then with that, he slides 5 silver shillings towards you.
Like a magpie with jewels, Haldy looks at the coins, completely hides the easy interest and easy money, and his leaf-clad fist swipes the coins. Without another word, he gets up from the table and makes his way for the dormitory.
The second you get up, he just nods in thanks, and immediately, like almost running straight back upstairs.
Where's the dormitory?
Up here.
You're right, it is easy to make money here.
So he's going through.
Going to have a lay down, sorry.
Haldir steps through the door and he just very blankly goes, "Answer, please, sir."
And there's this person here in the corner. Puts his hand up. Yes.
You, come here.
And how can I help?
Mitt wants to speak with you.
Schmidt. Oh, okay. Yes, thank you.
After that, Haldir just walks past him and goes to find an occupied bed.
Disappears upstairs.
You should have gone and got in Hans' bed. It'd be nice and warm for you.
No one's around to see this, so I'll just bob him in there. There we go.
So, well, how long have I been in the room for?
15 minutes now.
Ah, they are down there.
Well,
I just opened the door and had a look, make sure that because that other guy immediately went into the room opposite. I thought, has he just sacked it off on night?
Okay. At this point then. One of the guards comes over to yourself, Oscar.
I'll be right back. I'm just refilling my wet pallet.
And sorry, not one of the guards. Sorry, one of the servants. She's been upstairs, and she's just come back downstairs and talking to you, and says, "Can you go see Rex Standler, the lawyer? He has a proposition for you and your party. He's in room 3. He says it'll be more than worth your while."
Interesting. And where is this lawyer?
Room 3.
Room 3.
Yes.
Okay. Take it he scurries away at that.
So she goes back to bed. Are you heading upstairs? Yes.
Oh, thought it was a bloke because they were bald.
Are you looking up a skirt?
No, I'm looking at the picture. Is it some
Not
sort
bald.
of skull
Yeah,
cap
slash-
she's wearing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I wasn't zoomed in close enough to tell. Oh, I see.
Are you heading upstairs? Are you telling anybody else?
I was gonna. I take it. Thingy next to me on the. As I'm
Heinrich.
lying back, the person on my left is Heinrich, isn't it?
Yeah. Person on your left is Heinrich. He's asleep. Person on your right is Rivian. He's asleep.
Oh, right.
Alaric is laying on the bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering why the room's spinning. Meanwhile, Halder is currently just perched on his bed at the minute, not got into it.
I'll as loath as I would be to do this, I feel like the person to mention this to will be Rivian.
Who's fast asleep?
Yes. So
They're not
I
appearing
want
in
to
this.
gently wake him by, pressing like gently on his shoulder.
Okay. You're struggling to wake him, to be honest. And as you do so, you can see that one of the bodyguards is now coming into the dormitory with another one of the bodyguards underneath his arm, and the second bodyguard, so the one that's under the arm, is looking majorly worse for wear. Not like pissed, he just looked like he's ill, and his mate's putting him to bed, and just like, come on, I've not seen you like this before. You can usually handle your ale. What's wrong? And the ill one turns around and just immediately throws up in a bucket at the side of the bed.
Oh, lovely.
And they say,
Well,
I think we better keep this bucket here for you, actually.
Oh dear. Well, if I'm not getting anywhere with Rivian, I'll mention it to Haldir.
Rivian just where this point away, so, what? I'm sleeping.
Yeah, all right. I'll go talk to Haldir instead.
Okay.
Say to him, I've been asked to go and see the lawyer. We might have some opportunity for coin. But yeah, just keep an eye
I'm
out.
back.
Okay. If you say it again, Rob, because you won't.
Oh right, I didn't realise you'd not got back. Sorry. So yeah, I'm just going over to your Haldir and saying I've been told to go and see the lawyer upstairs. There's an opportunity for some coin for us. So just keep an eye on things down here and come running if you hear any shouting. And off we go.
Are you following him, Halder?
Yeah, Haldir will follow him out because he knows Oscar's not a professional fighter. So, and obviously Haldir's got his suspicions about this place, so he's just going to stay behind him. Oscar will feel a big leafy presence behind him very quickly.
I'm presuming it's upstairs.
Yep. And at which point I shall then drag you and bring you to the top of the stairs.
Is Haldir a shambling mound?
There you go.
I'm a tree, I'm a tree, I'm a tree, I'm a tree.
To the left here, on here, on this bit of wall here, the sign to the left says rooms 1 to 10, and the sign to the right says rooms 11 to 20.
I'll approach the guards here and say, I've been asked to speak to a member of your group, a lawyer in room number 3.
Are you following there, Miles?
Yep.
The guards. Oh, yeah, Gustav Rexstandl. Yes, room 3. Second door on your right.
Thank you. Second door on my right, so this one.
Correct. I'll
I
drag you
shall-
there, Miles.
I shall knock.
Take you around there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tap, tap.
He opens the door, and you can see him. He's there in his silk nightshirt again, and he's almost down the bottom of that brandy that he ordered earlier. Oh, come in, please.
Okay.
And he closes and locks the door behind him. But he leaves the key in to make it clear that it's just for your safety. You're free to leave at any point. He's not like locked you in and fucked off with the key or anything.
You asked to speak with us.
Yes. Now, bearing in mind a man of my profession can't really be seen to be doing such things. I need to ensure that the following conversation remains a matter of utmost privacy.
Can I hear conversations in the room next door?
If you succeed on a hard perception test based on hearing, yes.
We're listening.
Boom!
Ooh, yes. So you can hear a conversation and you recognise Oscar and Halder's voices, but you don't quite recognise what's being said.
Oh.
So yes, Gustav says to you, the gentleman in room 10. They are, how can I put this politely? They are blackmailing me.
Oh?
And if I was to offer you coins, could you ensure that the gentleman in room 10, and ladies as well, are not able to blackmail me anymore?
You want me to cut their throats? Haldea's rather
Well, I mean,
brazen.
that's it's terminology that I might have not have used, but if the three of them happen to be well disposed of, then well yes.
Not looking to find your secrets, but would they necessarily have something to prove anything of this blackmail? Would disposing of them be enough, or should I be looking for something with them? Letters or other such evidence?
Well, if they are not around to blackmail me any further, then the job is done.
Okay.
Haldea,
I'm just going to turn and look at Haldir with a questioning raised eyebrow.
Haldea's not looking at Oscar, but you can definitely feel that he's thinking, and then suddenly he just goes, 15.
He looks at you and says, make sure that it looks like an accident, and we'll call it 20 gold crowns.
Okay.
Haldea just plainly nods and goes, well, for 20 gold crowns, I'll bring you one of their fingers if you want proof.
No, that wouldn't be necessary.
Haldea finally gives Oscar a look. He's not even thinking twice about it.
He's opened the door and ushered you out.
Yeah, Haldea just leaves. His silence is confirmation to Oscar that, yeah, 20 gold crowns for three dead humans. Easy money.
Okay, I guess we just turned assassins then.
And just like that, if he does everything that he's been doing, he's going to be the richest little elf in the party.
Haldea rather condescendingly pats Oscar on the shoulder. Tell me a little, Mayfly. Have you been outside the Empire's domain? Have you seen the real world?
Is that directed to Oscar?
Yeah, it's not so much condescending, even though it may come across from his tone of voice. It's almost like a genuine question, like have you not really seen this sort of thing before?
It's like, well, it's not exactly my my speciality. Let's put it that way.
Well, I'm happy to tell you that you've just dipped your toes into reality outside of the Empire's cushy borders. Men make money from blood every day.
Yes. As you can
Gustav
tell
then
from my
pops.
robes, I'm not one to get covered in blood.
Gustav's popped his head around the corner out of the door. He says, "Oh, the guards have gone. Quick, now's your time to go."
Haldea shrugs, and at that point, starts making his way towards the aforementioned room.
Go for it.
So which one is it?
Room 10. So back the way we came.
The door's locked behind you. Let's just pause it there. Alaric, could you please make me an endurance test?
Endurance.
Yep. Okay, so you feel worse for wear, but you get the feeling something's going on, and your comrades have been gone a full 10 minutes now, so maybe you should follow them. You
Okay.
did hear some conversations about room 3.
Fair enough.
So if you want to join them, I'll put you on top of the stairs. So there you go. As you get to the top of the stairs, you can see Haldir and Oscar brazenly walking down here, and they're going, "Oh look, room 10." The guards here, by the way, are looking up at this direction at the moment. One of them said, "You can hear him talking. I don't know who's staying in room 12. But the door appears to be open." And they've disappeared around the corner to investigate something.
Out of character, I feel like we're about to get fit up for something here. We're just playing into it.
Well, that is very likely. But
Motion Alaric to come over to us.
Wait, can I make that intuition roll?
Yeah.
I'm not expecting this to be any good, but... Ooh!
Yeah. You just get a kind of feeling that there's lots going on, bubbling beneath the surface. Not just one thing, like 3 or 4 things all at the same time.
Yeah. Lads, I don't normally get alcohol affecting me like this, and there's just too much going on. Something's not right.
You've only just noticed, have you?
I'm a bit out of it. What are we doing?
Haldir just goes.
Well, have I got some news for you?
Haldir just points at Alaric. You are doing nothing, dwarf, apart from getting your head on the bed and sleeping off the drink.
Bearing in mind that your weapons will be in the dorm, I'll allow you to have your daggers on you. It's not the norm to be carrying a great hammer through the halls. I'm looking inconspicuous.
Right, I wasn't
Oscar,
expecting a fight. I'd have left my staff behind.
Similarly, Oscar, yes, you've got your you wouldn't be expecting a fight, yeah. So your staff will be downstairs. You've just got up to the conversation, haven't you? You won't be carrying your weapons around. So, Haldir, like I say, yeah, I'll gladly allow you to have your dagger.
Wayne,
Yep.
I'm going to have to be down in the dorms. After what we talked about the other day, Alaric's not going to go anywhere without the hammer.
No. The ancestors have gone to sleep.
Okay. I'll stick more about the piece of paper.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's more a case of they've been talking to you and
Okay.
telling you you
Fair enough.
should go make sure your friends are okay. Leave us here. We need to sleep. Yep. So what do you do? Do you want to tell Alaric what the plan is, guys?
I don't know what the plan is. I was going to turn to Haldir and say we're following your lead.
Yeah, your lead, Leroy Jenkins. Go on, Miles. What's the plan? Do you want to tell Alaric what you've been tasked with?
Haldir shrugs and goes, we're being paid 20 crowns to kill 3 men inside of the room 10. He idly jerks a thumb in direction of the door.
No.
No.
Why?
They offered to pay for my services. I'm not going to turn down 20 crowns in this shithole of a country.
I love the moral question as well. No. Why? We've been paid. Oscar, how do you feel in the middle of this? You've got two polar opposite kind of convictions here.
I mean, I'm against simply murdering people, but at the same time, they shouldn't be blackmailing people. But we only have one guy's word to say that that is genuinely what's going on, so I'm a little bit ambiguous about the whole thing.
And Haldir then rolls his eyes and looks at Oscar. Look, unfortunately, we haven't been paid to investigate if the blackmail holds water, Mayfly. We've just been paid to put a blade in their throats. Or, more correctly, make it look like an accident. So maybe a broken neck, put their face in a bowl of water.
We haven't been paid. We've been promised to be paid.
Haldir's ear twinges
Put
at that.
money in the hands of us.
That's a very good point, actually. With that, Haldir turns around and begins a very brisk pace back to the door that the man was inside.
Okay, stop there then. At this point, you can hear a lot, and I mean a hell of a lot of noise coming from downstairs. So much so, Farian and Ore, you can also hear it. There's shouting and screaming and a load of crashing and bangs coming from downstairs.
Oh,
That doesn't sound like chanting.
sounds like Haldir's opportunity.
Yeah, I suppose we're gonna. Can't hear you, love.
This is why we are in a room, so we don't get involved with the brawls from the dormitories.
And very uncharacteristic to Aria. She's gonna be like, but I feel like we need to go and check on our companions.
Well, I've come here anyway, and I can't see any guards.
And we see
Haldir.
Haldir. Yeah.
Haldir, where's the guards?
Don't quite know. We're hearing a lot of noise from downstairs.
Yeah.
If you turn around to the right, you'll see there's some there. Or at least you can see one of them from there.
Not on this corridor, I can't.
No, who is it? Miles can.
Oh, Haldir.
Yeah, and what's he doing right now?
Talking to the other one who appears to be just around the corner.
Is there any kind of like semblance of rushing to them? Like, are they getting ready to rush downstairs, or?
At the moment, yes, they're having a conversation, and it looks like they are talking. You can't hear what's being said, but it does appear that they are indeed looking at racing off at the moment.
Two by the stairwell. I say two at the other end of the corridor. I don't know what's going on downstairs, but I don't quite like it, so maybe we'll have to go check that out.
Remember what I said about the rich woman? I'm gonna knock on this door here.
Just a minute, I'm just prepping something downstairs.
Yeah. I think downstairs could be a distraction. And this could be our chance to earn some money for the protection of her.
You're knocking on which door?
Her door. This one
Number
here.
6. Okay. No answer.
Okay, fuck it, I'll just try it. I'll go in and say hello.
No one there.
Hello. Ah. What a surprise. She's not in there.
At which point the door opens at the end of the corridor, and the Gravin and one of her servants appear. What's all the commotion? What's happening?
I'll make my way up there. There's some disturbance downstairs, and your guards have disappeared somewhere. I thought one was supposed to be patrolling up and down this corridor, and the other one along the corridor at the bottom.
And then, sure enough, both the guards are in and immediately dash downstairs.
Given what I have heard about recent events, may I offer my services?
And she says, well, I don't know what you're referring to. No, do I know what's happening right now?
Oh, I don't know what's happening right now, apart from your guards aren't here, and there's a disturbance downstairs. And, shall I say, the unfortunate incident at your sister's legendary party.
Oh, I see. Possibly. I'm sure one of my guards will be here soon. At that point, you can hear that downstairs has gotten wild. The Gravin and her handmaiden go back inside and lock the door.
Aldir is then going to point to hang on. He's going to point to Ariel and Farium and say, "Stay at the door side and keep an eye on that door where she's gone in. Dwarf, Oscar, you're with me." And he's going to head straight for the stairs.
Okay.
Alaric's going to shout Bruno at the top of his voice.
Like in the film.
Yeah. Bruno! Fight, man!
Okay.
I know why that's...
I'm going to turn towards my brother and go, did we just not told what to do by it?
I think he just confirmed what we were planning to do to the others.
Oops, I didn't mean to grab that one.
Do you want to go get your paraphernalia?
Yeah, I'll go in the room, grab my gear, because I assume our gear would be in the room.
Yeah. Okay, well, Oscar and Halder, you get to halfway down the stairs. You can see what's happened. There's 4 gentlemen arrived here, over here. And this one here, the one at the back, is demanding to know where someone is. And you don't know who they're referring to. But all you've heard we get is, well, his barge is moored outside, so we'll just have to look for him ourselves, gentlemen. And then these thugs have been trying to get the way past the guards. There's 3 thugs here, and the guards are pushing and shoving. And by the time you guys get down here, a full-on bar brawl's taken place. Do you wish to get involved or not? If you do, we'll head to combat rounds. If you don't, then we won't.
Oh, of course Haldir does. He's itching to kill something.
Haldir would put his arm out in front of Oscar if he tried to step past him. He'd be like, "You don't want to get tangled in a mess like this. Not just yet."
I was going to say, should we go over the side of the stairs and around rather than getting into the middle of it?
That might be a solid idea, yes, until the dwarf shows up with the big man.
Yeah, could do with getting to our gear.
Okay, Rich, you want to put yourself outside room 4 then, please?
Which one's room 4?
Which is... hang on, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
That one is there.
There you go.
Okay. So you're banging on room 4.
I've basically just banged on every single door walking around.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, you have jumped off the side here, and there's a full-on brawl around you. You're trying your best to avoid it and not getting actually throwing any fists or anything like that. You are tossed aside a few times, basically like being in a mosh pit. You're pushed around left to right. You're trying your best to avoid getting hit whilst letting the guards do their thing. But it is very physical, and takes about 15 minutes or so. And eventually the gentleman and his 3 hired thugs are thrown out.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Wow, my fancy roll.
Right. In the meantime, whilst that's gone on, then we get to 11:50. You guys have gone back in your room to get your shizzle. Alaric, you've knocked on all the doors. You get to this room here, and you're then speaking to the Gravin.
No. We won't both be out of there. I'll be stood by the door while she's getting her stuff, and then when she's got her stuff, I mean, all I need is my my rapier anyway.
Fine, fair enough. Okay. I shall just remove this from here. Because that didn't go the way I thought it would. And then these guys come around the corner, completely blank you, and knock on the door of room 3. The Gravins sees you, Alaric. Bear in mind, you've all hell's broken loose downstairs. You've then been knocking on doors, and all she hears is bang, 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 Bruno, bang, 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 Bruno, Bruno. And then her handmaiden opens the door to you, and then steps to the side, and you can see the Gravins and see a pissed up dwarf knocking on everyone's doors. It's like, yes, can I help you? I am trying to sleep.
Need Bruno.
He's my champion. Let him have a good night's sleep, please. And with that, the handmaiden closes the door and locks it behind you. Meanwhile, the door to room 3 opens, and then these 2 guys come inside, and the door locks behind. Almost immediately, there's a violent argument taking place in that room, in room 3. Very loud, and you can hear furniture being pushed around. You can hear things breaking, raised voices.
Okay. Come in, grab my my rapier. Attach it while I'm walking back over here. And then I'll
join.
knock on this door.
Okay.
Sounds like there's fights breaking out everywhere.
No answer?
The joys. I was hoping for a one peaceful night, yet doesn't seem to gonna happen tonight, is it?
Get more sleep, roughing it.
Meanwhile, back downstairs, the bar staff are trying to calm everyone down after what's occurred downstairs, and the barman says, "For those of you who are still up, I can get you a free round of drinks, just to apologise for that. We don't put up with this kind of behaviour in here usually." So yeah, Miles and Rob, are you partaking in a drink?
No, Haldy's going to decline for now.
Okay. Meanwhile, back upstairs then. Alaric and Farion, everything's gone quiet in the room, and there's no answer.
Perception test.
Go for it. You hear absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Can't tear out.
You try the door, it's locked. Specifically, it appears to be bolted from the inside.
Obviously, we wouldn't know it, but out of character, room 3 was where the guy
Yeah.
asked. Yeah.
You've got your stuff now, all right, if you want to head out.
Yeah.
Your quarter staff and your spell book.
Well, it sounds like something untoward has happened in there.
Just a reminder, RA, of your abilities. This door is locked from the inside.
Yeah, I am going to attempt to cast open lock.
Okay.
Mage with a useful skill.
That is succeeded. In 1 second, I shall just put Ursula in a room. She has said that enough fun has had for the evening, and this is a woman who who narrowly lost an arm wrestling contest to Bruno. She's gone to bed now. So yeah, the door unlocked. You can hear sliding of metal on metal, and the door unlocks. Alaric, you are mightily impressed. Bear in mind you're a dwarf who usually shuns away from magic, and you're not particularly au fait with the ways of the elves. For her to have unlocked this with the power of her mind absolutely astonishes you. But maybe it's just the booze playing a trick on you.
He doesn't know. I might have picklocked it. All he knows.
With your mind.
With my bullets.
I was just thinking that.
Are you heading on through? You opening the door?
Yep.
Okay. As you open the door, you can see Gustav, the lawyer, is on the bed, and he is completely lifeless.
I do. We should have gotten paid up front.
The bed sheets are all over the place. It's obviously like the furniture's been moved around like in a struggle. There's a broken bottle on the floor. He has got blood pouring from his temple, but he's got a lot of bruising around his throat.
And is there no one else in there?
Nope,
Didn't we saw somebody go in there?
Yep.
you did. Oh,
I
guys.